This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the California Golden Bears. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. And the Golden Bears are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time names.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
The give to the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone, a pickup of 5 to the 20.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Yeah, third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Coming after him. He's going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback will audible. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
And the Sooners will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that problem.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for room. It's Sawchuk. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Cal 7, Oklahoma 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sharp. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Arnold. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
And come on now, O-line. You got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They're going to ride this running back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Golden Bears want to move quickly. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can...
He wants to go deep. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. Spins away from the defense. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught near the sideline, it's Ott. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. now busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Hunter. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Ocha. Makes a move. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. Already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Flips it out to the back. Nifty little dance step. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. The give to the left side. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down. Physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Slams it ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Sawchuk. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Feeling some heat. Can't connect on his first throw.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Working that left side. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Sooners are on the move. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10.
Get set.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And back to the air on 2nd down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touched.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Quick completion to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Fights off a defender. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Cal! And the beatdown has ensued. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 4 over Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10.
29 Philly, 2 Acorn.
He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Burks. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Going up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Sooners! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then stride it into the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Is headed back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll try to get outside. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Off he goes. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Looks as if he's going to run it. He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the two and cut this to a two-possession game. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath it.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now facing a third and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They're bringing heat. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
First down.
Got it.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
Longer.
He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Let's go.
The aerial assault continues. He finds his man. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. That's caught. It's sharp. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. Skips away from pressure. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense. Go with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Wide out in motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field.
Timeout, California.
Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Forced out of the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Timeout, Cal.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. Touchdown, Cal! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams in the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Until the 2-minute warning. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Now on 2nd down.
29 Philly, 2-0.
He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
First down for the offense.
They want to just keep throwing it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Getting some heat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Let's see what they've got on second down. Trying to get the corner. Running with power. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight.
Fires into traffic, picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Cal, 45, Oklahoma.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And no one can get a handle on it. Ball goes out of bounds on the onside kick attempt. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was a lot